non-priority heat. The clock has just started for Jake Marshall and Ian Gentil Kuiper, along with Flick Palmentier on the call here. Your thoughts on this matchup here?
You got to be putting him in that fantasy surfer team at Abu. I mean, you think about, we'll get back to that.
Easing up, pulling in, coming through. Let's see for Jake Marshall. Nice start in the non-priority heat for Marshall. So Jake's been spending a lot of time here. He has a family house on the North Shore.
To that, let's break this one down. So nice backdoor wave here, up under the curtain. Shorter barrel, but a bit of size to that wave. You don't meet there. But back to my point, what I was saying before, is that day at Chopes that we saw last year and that one heat that he put together out there was absolutely incredible. And it really changed something in my mind of like, holy, if it is going to be totally on, totally bombing, big energy like what we saw last year at Chopes, I mean, Jake is going to go. That technique that we saw in his backhand, a couple of those waves that he got.
This is Ian Gentil looking pipe. Gentil sweeps down the face, pulls up, holds onto the rail, comes through a cavern. The waves are starting to turn on right now, Flair.
Oh, it's so exciting. It's so good. I love it when there's good surf with the best surfers in the world because it just makes it so fun to watch. It makes it so fun to call. Yeah, let's look at this one. I mean, straight away, just aesthetically, the red board against the blue ocean just looks so beautiful to me. But just the takeoff, it's just that classic pipe wave that you look at, right? I mean, let's have a closer look here. So just straight to grabbing that rail, that front arm drag. And you can see that tiny little minute adjustment that he had hand on the rail, similar to what we saw John do, not as, distinct, but he looks like Ian having a look.
Gentil in the lead, and let's go the rail there. Maybe was being a little too fancy. Already has an 8-point ride in his scoreline, so solid start for Ian.
Nothing to prove to anybody. I came back this year just to enjoy, have fun, and surf, and that's what I'm trying to do. No pressure at all. Have fun is the #1 priority.
Well, it was fun to watch that sick 8-point ride. Anything you want to say?
I mean, it's a game of numbers, and it takes two. You need two scores. Here we go. Marshall pulls in, yanks the rail of the sharp eye, and comes out right there. Is going to turn the heat in a big way and apply a ton of pressure for that last wave for Al Cleland Jr. We have to pay off this ride here for Jake Marshall. A 5.93 for Marshall came in. It's official. Flick Palmentier. Gentil right behind him. He pulls into a left barrel of his own, goes down. That's going to eat up the clock for Ian Gentil, who needs to make a comeback at this moment. Here goes Jake. He's just used the block, and there's the numbers for Al Cleland Jr. Yes, that wave that we've been gushing over, the judges appreciated too. A 9.5 for Mexico's Al Cleland Jr. in just 4 seconds, closing out the heat between Jake Marshall and Ian Gentil. It's going to be Jake Marshall who did the work in that heat, and Marshall moves on. There's the numbers. We're going to move on to a commercial. When we come back, new heat will be in the water, more action.
Jake, you look really comfortable out there in these conditions.
Yeah, I feel really good. I've been over here most of the winter. I mean, I just love being over here. It's probably my favorite place in the world. So just to go get to surf out there, a couple people out, it's like the one time all winter I'm looking for the best waves, I guess, when I'm on the lineup. So it's super fun and super exciting. So I'm psyched to be here.
You did elect to paddle back out on the left. Tell me about that reasoning and taking the risk of getting the beatings.
Yeah, I jumped off and I saw Ian fall on the wave behind me, so I kind of figured that I'd probably gotten the score and that he was going to need one, and I just didn't want to risk having the ski pick one of us up before the other person, and I figured I could get back out with the rip current.
Oh my gosh, Jack!
Wow! Oh my god, the waves are firing. Al and Jack are having a crazy battle right now. But yeah, the waves look like they're absolutely turning on, so I can't wait for my next heat.
How good is it to do an interview, look over your shoulder, and see just a huge 10-foot backdoor barrel?
I mean, dude, that's why it's so rad competing here. We waited for so long, but so stoked for scoring. And yeah, I mean, the beach is packed, the waves are pumping. It's like, this is what you want as a competitor, so I love it.
Vibes are high. Congratulations, and we'll see you in the next round.
Right on. Thanks, Strider.